Welcome to the Leather Journey. I'm Dex, and we're going to continue our spanking playlist and talk a little bit about games. And I want to keep it short. I just want to stimulate your imagination and your creativity. And I want you to share some ideas that you have for spanking games down in the comments section. But I'll share a couple that I've run into over the years of my journey. But one is just a game called Spankopoly, and you can Google that. You'll be able to find links to Spankopoly, and it's a little bit pricey. Let's face it, it's based on the game Monopoly, but it's a game that is done Monopoly style, but the cards would have spanking themes and things that you do that involve spanking. I've played it a couple times, and I will tell you the submissives in the game have an advantage over the tops or the dominants that are playing the game. That doesn't mean I'm going to switch and be a submissive if I play Spankopoly, but I'm warning you, dominants, if you think you're going to win Spankopoly when you play it, there's a chance, but the greater chance is one of the submissives playing the game is going to win just because of the way the game was designed. So, as with anything with spanking, spanking can involve different implements and toys and tools. I'm going to describe a game that actually was taught to me by Dr. Nipple Lover. And Nipple Lover was part of the spanking group that would have a spanking party, I think once a quarter. I don't think it was once a month, but about once a quarter at the society. When the society had a play space in Hartford, Connecticut, the spanking group would host a spanking party. And Dr. Nipple Lover would run the game for that spanking party. That space doesn't exist anymore. The society's still around, but they don't have a dedicated play space anymore, and I don't know, to be honest, if the spanking group is still having events. But I want to give Dr. Nipple Lover credit for this one, but I'll describe this game, and then I want you to use your imagination to think of other spanking games that you could play. So, Dr. Nipple Lover would have a whiteboard or a sign-up sheet. Couples or singles that paired up would sign up to compete, and he had there was a collection of egg timers, okay, that would I believe it had to be able to time for 5 minutes, and an infrared thermometer so you could measure temperature, okay. And each time they played the game, he would pick one implement. Let's say it was a metal spatula. Maybe another month they might pick a wooden spoon to be used, or a regular paddle. But everyone used the same implement. You take the temperature of the cheek that's going to be participate in the game. Typically took a magic marker that was washable and made an X on the butt cheek, took that temperature and recorded the temperature before, okay? Then you were allowed a 30-second warm-up. So everybody got a warm-up, okay? After the warm-up, you were allowed 5 hits with the implement of choice, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then the timer was started. 5 minutes later, when the egg timer went off, you came back and you had the after temperature recording. Wrote that number down. Took the temperature differential, the delta T, if you will, if you remember your high school chemistry. Okay, so delta T was measured. So all the couples participated. The couple that had the largest delta T, meaning the temperature that was recorded at the beginning as compared to the temperature that was recorded at the end, won the game, and there was always some kind of prize. maybe a paddle was given away or whatever. It was great fun. I think me and Moonstone participated in maybe 3 of those, and I would say by the 3rd time observing that game, my anecdotal observation was one of the last 2 or 3 couples that played always won. No one ever won out of the first half of the ones that competed. And my theory, unproven by science, only by anecdotal observation, was that the implement that was being used over time warmed up and possibly even stored some energy that benefited the couples that went later in the competition. I have absolutely no scientific proof that that was true, but that was my observation. It was great fun. We had a great time. We never won, but we had a great time. So for all the Spankos out there, the people that enjoy spanking, if you have a spanking themed party, think of having a game at some point during the evening that everybody that wants to can participate in, and everybody that doesn't want to can watch and have great fun watching. As always, thanks for watching The Leather Journey.